Black History Month is a time to honor the achievements, resilience, and contributions of Black Americans. It is a celebration of progress, hard-won through struggle, sacrifice, and determination. Yet, as we reflect, we must acknowledge a harsh reality. Many of the advancements made since emancipation have been rolled back. After the Civil War, during Reconstruction, Black Americans gained voting rights, held public office, and established thriving communities. But with the end of Reconstruction in 1877, Jim Crow laws stripped away those rights, ushering in nearly a century of disenfranchisement and racial terror. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 dismantled barriers that prevented Black Americans from voting. But today, voter ID laws, gerrymandering, and restrictions on early voting disproportionately suppress Black voters. In 2013, the Supreme Court decision in Shelby County versus Holder gutted key provisions of the Voting Rights Act, making it easier for states to enact discriminatory laws. Black communities have built wealth despite systemic barriers, but practices like redlining, predatory lending, and wage gaps have persisted, making it harder for Black families to achieve financial security. The gutting of fair housing protections and lack of economic investment in Black communities continue to widen the racial wealth gap. Education has long been a battleground for racial equity. Brown versus Board of Education ended legal segregation, but underfunded schools in Black communities and disparities in educational resources remain. Recent attacks on affirmative action and the barring of critical race theory discussions further threaten educational opportunities for Black students. Efforts to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in workplaces and education have been met with increasing resistance. Several states have banned DEI initiatives, cutting vital programs that aimed to address racial disparities. Additionally, Black history celebrations and lessons are being removed from school curriculums under the guise of restricting so-called divisive concepts, erasing critical parts of American history. Despite the end of segregation, systemic racism persists in policing and criminal justice. The war on drugs disproportionately targeted Black communities, leading to mass incarceration. Today, policies like cash bail, sentencing disparities, and police brutality continue to impact Black lives at an alarming rate. The fight for justice is not over. Black History Month is meant to remind us of the victories won and the work that remains. Progress is not guaranteed. It must be defended intelligently. We watch. We question. We use our buying power to vote. Honor the past. Fight for the future. We are living Black history.